Hello everyone, I'm here to do a vinyl finds of all kinds video where I'm going to show you some recent pickups that I got that are different artists. Now I was promising this to some people that were in some of my live chats. I was talking about some Beach Boys records that I picked up, and here they are. This is a duophonic version. I know that turned some people off, but I thought it was interesting. Duophonic Surfin' Safari on Capitol, original. In very good condition. Now, the Beach Boys, for me, I tend to like the early Beach Boys when they were Beach Boys, pretty much. And later on, the Beach Boys did psychedelia, right? The Beach Boys did Pet Sounds. The Beach Boys did they do disco? I don't know. I don't know. But they did a lot of other stuff. Uh, Black Capitol. You can see the duophonic title there on the side. And this record looks to be in really nice shape. Okay, this is right. I like how it has a DT number on it. I was going to say for stereo what is it? For stereo phonographs only. It says on the label. Okay, that's the first one. Now this one I'm really happy about. Shutdown Volume 2 in the shrink and original shrink. I'm guessing it feels like that kind of early crispy kind of shrink, and it's got a hole in it. I'm not wild about that, but I don't know if that means it's a promo or whatever, budget, whatever it was. But it's a really good shape. I forget that the first one. Well, these are the things you forget, folks. I'm sorry, without editing. First, we're going back to Surfin' Safari. It had that inner sleeve, and let's get back to Shutdown. And it has two of my favorite songs on here, Fun, 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 and my all-time number one favorite Beach Boys song of all, Don't Worry Baby. Far and away my favorite Beach Boys song. Oh, can't you hear the Chattanooga choo-choo? Woo-woo! You can hear it coming. I hear the train a-coming. It's coming around the track. Anyway, so that's it for the Beach Boys. But I also was mentioning anybody who was either watching other past videos of mine or most likely in a live chat, talking about a Monkees rarity that I have by the group The Monkees, And here we go. This is it, folks. It's a very unusual album that I'd never seen before. Barrel Full of Monkeys. That doesn't look like Davy Jones, Mike Nesmith, Peter Tork, Mickey Dolenz. Doesn't look like them really, right? But actually, this is a double LP set. It's on Cold Gems. This looks more like the guys right there. Yeah, there you go. That looks more like them. Very interesting compilation. Very unusual. And there it is, folks. Cold Gems label. Okay. Now, for the rest of the vinyl finds that I have here, and I hope I have them all together. Well, no, I think I'll skip ahead to something else first. Give me a break here. Hold on a minute. Okay. Got this at the record store today. I will pull the sticker off. Why don't you tell people how much things cost? Because I don't, that's why. No, seriously, sometimes I do. Okay, this came out, I was at the record store today, and this came in by the distributor. The Runaways, live in New York, 1978. Legendary live recordings. There are a lot of these things floating around now that seem to come in, a lot of offbeat, unusual, shall we say, records, bootlegs and things. and couldn't resist this being a Joan Jett and the Runaways fan. Okay, now here's, I think, something interesting for this particular video. Now, you know my back and forth that I've been having lately with Cliff Richard and the Shadows. Everybody knows about the Shadows. Well, for those who don't know, I became a real Shadows fan. Cliff Richard and the Shadows, both really. A few months ago, when I bought like a ton of records, and then times got kind of hard for a moment, and I had to sell the records. So I sold all the Shadows. Well, guess what? Today I bought some back. Not the same ones. These are different ones. And again, I made the mistake of not taking these stickers off. Okay, well, we'll get that done in a minute. Well, the first one I might as well show you. I guess I'll show you the bigger one. The biggest one that I have here. Come on. Sorry, folks. I'm really sorry. Box set. This is the Cliff Richard story featuring the Shadows. And I saw this and I thought to myself, wow. You know, I said, what a good chance to get a lot of the Cliff Richard stuff back again just by getting this. And, you know, for those people who are not really that interested, I guess you won't want to really look, but you could go ahead. Oh man, you can see on the side there, it tells you the contents of this 6-record set, by the way. This is kind of nice. It's got stuff in here. I'll go through it if you're interested. For those who are, stick around. I don't know what this is all about. World Records, blah, 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 blah. Surrey. And it says on the back, have you enclosed your bill? And then you've got World Records. What is this? I don't know what this is. World Records Limited. The World Records Guarantee. I'm not sure what that is. And it's got a booklet in it. It says My Story. Okay. So you're going to get all about the Cliff Richard story. And I really like Cliff Richard. I've been listening to a lot of his stuff. I like Elvis, but boy, this guy gave Elvis a run for his money. The British Elvis. And I really like him. So I'm glad to have an opportunity to get some of the Cliff Richard stuff back. But there are, after all, 6 records in here. And this is only for people that are interested, I guess, in such a topic of Cliff Richard. For those who aren't, like I said, they'll be moseying on. Okay, we got the 6 records. It's record 1. That's record 2, and you got the Shadows there, including my guitar favorite, Hank Marvin. There. Good to see you back there, Hank. For a minute I thought I was never going to see you again, but and there are other Shadows records, by the way, that I'm going to rebuy. I'm not going to rebuy all of them, but there's record 3. That's like looks like Cliff doing the movies like Elvis, and looks to me in the 60s, you know. Record 4. Record 5. And finally, record 6. Okay, Cliff Richard still going on today. I'm not going to put all this away. I'll do that afterward. Got a lot of cleaning up to do after you make these videos. And as I was moseying along, I also came across a couple of other Cliff Richard albums. And just to give you an idea, the Cliff Richard Story Volume 1 and Cliff Richard Story Volume 2. And if anybody's interested, these records that I'm showing you are from the same collector who brought in that massive Shadows collection that I bought a few months ago. These are records that didn't sell yet and that I hadn't bought the other time. So there were some leftovers that I picked up, in other words. So I got a good start with Cliff Richard again, the early Cliff Richard stuff I get mostly. All right. Now, the remaining stuff here, I got a few titles. Going to be unusual things. For example, this, The Odd Couple Sings. I don't know if anybody else got a chance to see The Odd Couple Marathon yesterday, the day before, a New Year's marathon. Well, they were playing it on TV. Now, I already have this record by Jack Klugman and Tony Randall. Mine is not sealed, but it's in the shrink with a slice. So it's a gatefold, and I couldn't open that one. So this one I bought because this one's open already. This way I get to actually, you know, enjoy the photos and the funny bits in there that I wasn't able to enjoy because I couldn't open the other one. And if anybody is interested, it's on the London Phase 4 record label. So, this is an unusual album. Kind of hard to find for people that are into The Odd Couple. The rest of the records I have here, they are all, well, there's only a couple. They're all, in one way or another, movie related, as my girlfriend chuckles away watching TV in the other room. I can't get 10 minutes of silence, or 12 minutes. Anyway, how about this one? For you horror fans out there, Hammer. Look at that. Christopher Lee presents Dracula. And Christopher Lee, I remember seeing this. It's in the Shrink, too. Original Shrink. Now, you got Christopher Lee doing some narration about Dracula. But for me, with all due respect to the late Mr. Lee, I'm more interested in music by James Bernard. And they have music from Dracula. They have Fear in the Night, the movie She, Four Faces of Evil, Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde, The Vampire Lovers. So you're getting different kind of music, and this is on the Capitol label, the orange Capitol label. Okay, and the last item I'm going to show here is it's one of my favorite movies from this period, from the early 1980s. You know, sometimes things just have a certain I don't know, feel to it, that you remember what you were doing in those times, the people you were with, girls you were dating, and all kinds of things, and you just have a special affection. For me, one of those movies is Tootsie, Dustin Hoffman. That's that way, or if you like, look at it that way. You know, and I know Dustin Hoffman's been in the news lately. Poor guy. Anyway, this world is so crazy, but that's another subject. Anyway, yeah, great movie, great soundtrack. I love the soundtrack, and I love the song "It Might Be You" by Stephen Bishop. And anyway, that's shoots it in the leg here for this particular installment of Vinyl Finds of All Kinds. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and as soon as I get more, I'll make another one. Take care.